Hi, I'm Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles podcast. On this podcast, we spontaneously interview unsuspecting passengers with their permission, allowing them to share their intimate life stories and concerns. As our slogan states, real riders, real stories. Some riders prefer to be anonymous, while others ask me to tell their story later on. Either way, there are all genuine 5 to 10 minutes stories, so sit back and enjoy this episode. Morning. Today we are going to be speaking to a lovely lady all the way from Somalia, or Somalia heritage. She's travelled a bit, but I'm going to let her tell you about her travels, her career, and some of the history of Somalia. So how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
That's good. Well, where do you want me to start?
Well, start at the beginning. Start with how you got to England.
So I got to England. I came with my whole family, with my 5 siblings, to the UK, to London.
Yeah.
And I came from Sweden, and I spent a year in Dubai, and then I came to London. That's it. Really.
Okay.
I don't
So we were speaking earlier about the history of Somalia, and you was explaining Somalia is it's split up into 5 countries. Did you want to explain that to the?
Yeah, so they're not. There's only one, I guess, that's official at the moment, and that's Djibouti. But you got Somaliland, you got Somalia, Djibouti, and then you've got the region in Ethiopia called Ogaden.
Ogaden.
Yeah, and then you've got the region in Kenya as well.
Oh. So you're going back quite far now, aren't you?
Yeah, altogether it's called Greater Somalia.
Okay. So you're talking about northern eastern Kenya, that area where the Kenyan military are going there and looking for Al-Shabaab kind of thing. That's your region.
That's our region, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking everything before the British, before the French, and the Italians for Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Okay. How many tribes in Somalia overall?
There's a lot, and it's not just there's main tribes, and then there's sub-tribes, and then there's sub-tribes. So
okay.
What
are the main tribes?
Well, I only know the ones in my region. I guess I do know Somalia, but I don't want to get it wrong and stuff like that. But the main ones are like Isaac, Hawiya, Darod. Those are the main ones.
Okay.
What other ones are there?
A lot of people. Go on.
Dir.
A lot of people. Well, the news presents Somalia as very war-torn, but from what you're talking about, from Somaliland is quite law and order.
Yeah. I've been there a couple times.
What was it like being there?
Yeah, it was. Well, the first time I went, I was about 6 years old, and it's quite different now. The last time I went was 2018. So each time I went, the country would progress, and I'd see a lot more of a difference. But it's always been very safe. It's been where my parents grew up, so, and they know it to be very stable.
So what was it like over the time, the changes? What kind of changes have you seen?
Technology, I guess. So everything, I guess, is paid through phone. It's not
like M-Pesa?
Yeah,
so you have the M-Pesa as well?
Mm-hmm.
Just to let the listeners know, M-Pesa is a form of digital money where your mobile number is actually the account.
Yeah.
So if you want to pay for anything or send somebody money anywhere in the country, and I think you could do it internationally, so you could do it between Kenya, Somalia, Uganda, Rwanda. Mm-hmm. It's very easy. That way you don't need to have a bank account.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
it's just there's a limit on how much you can spend a day or use a day, transfer a day. But yeah. So you were saying about mobile money, what else?
They have Ubers there as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Uber's getting in everywhere, isn't it?
Uber's getting
Uber in Somalia.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Somaliland. Yeah.
What else? Just the overall aesthetics as well. So, like the malls are a lot more. They're built a lot more like the Gulf Arab region countries, because you've got a lot of engineers. Yeah, you've got a lot of engineers that come from there and build like malls, houses, schools, so stuff like that.
Did you see other tourists there, or was it just Somali people?
You see it here and there, but not a lot.
It sounds. I didn't know it to that extent. It sounds like a place I would go. Yeah. I'm an adventurer anyway. But when you're talking about malls and Ubers, it sounds. Yeah.
It's definitely going to be advancing a few years from now. So hopefully it will, live up to be a tourist attraction.
Yeah, because obviously you see negativity on the news, but the news is never to be believed per se. In that respect. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It'll always show the negatives to countries like Somalia, like Afghanistan, other countries like that. But I know plenty of people who've been to their own homeland and they said they've had a great experience. So.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So now you're doing nursing here.
Yeah.
You ever consider going back to Somalia to do nursing?
Yeah, always.
So that's on the agenda.
That's on the agenda, yeah.
Is it, or is it going to be like setting up your own hospital, or?
Hopefully that's the plan. But I definitely want to go back to Somalia and give back to. Give back to the country,
Okay.
So in the future, definitely in the future, that's the plan.
Okay, that's good. So have you made actually a schedule to when you're going to be doing that, or is it just something that's always in the pipeline?
That's something that's always going to be in the future, but at the moment I'm focusing on just building my own career and then my knowledge, expanding my knowledge, and then that will be hopefully the plan.
Okay.
But at the moment it's not scheduled.
Yeah. You spoke about dementia. You work with dementia patients. Yeah. Is that a problem in that part of the world as well?
Yeah, definitely. It is. My grandma had dementia, and how they treat it in Somalia is a bit different.
How do they treat it?
Well, from what I experienced, it's because our country is very religious based. We're all Muslim in the country, like 100%, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more, I guess, religious based. Even dealing with mental health, it's more to do with your relationship with God, and that's not obviously it is sufficient, but I always advise that. But at the same time, we do need professionals that can help with stuff like that, and it's not much of that in Somalia. So I think that's why a lot of the diaspora need to go and help out the country. because this is where they get the knowledge from other countries, and then feedback. They need to feed back to our country.
So to expand on what you're saying there, when you're saying they're religious, are they looking at it to say, well, you must have fallen out of favour with God or something, that you're losing your memory, or what are they saying exactly?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. It's just that we don't really have professionals that deal with mental health quite well, like they do in the UK and stuff like that. So it's nothing like that, but it's just, I guess they don't know how to deal with situations like that. Just because there's not hospitals, there's not a lot of hospitals for mental health, but because the country focuses more on physical health and stuff like that. But I do think there is a hospital now that really focuses on mental health, so they are obviously getting better, but we need to do a lot of work on that.
Yeah, because you can connect up with like a UK hospital who's specialised in dementia. You can be a sister and you can do an exchange programs or various other things. And stuff like that, when assuming people are willing to do the exchange and they feel comfortable and stuff, things like that. So, last question.
Yeah, no problem.
What's the impact you want to have on the world?
Whoa, that's a very loaded question. The impact. I want to help as much people as I can. That's the ultimate goal. And even if it is helping one person, I'll be satisfied with what I'm doing with life, to be fair. So that's what I always aim to do.
All right, well, thanks for that, and it's much appreciated.
No problem.
We hope you liked that episode. Keeping in mind, we never know who we're going to interview. We post twice a day, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. GMT. Have you ever considered the future economies to invest in? Why not listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories? Considering Africa has the fastest growing economies and population on Earth, and has done for many years, it holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. We publish twice a week, Tuesday with a guest investor, and Fridays talking about investment, politics and history, providing a clear understanding for any potential investor.